All right, and we're back. So today marks the end of the year-long journey. It is New Year's Eve, and so as a reminder, I will be streaming tonight on my Twitch channel. We will be doing Monster Super League. I will be opening up all eggs. I will be spending all of my gems. And we will see what saving up all year long got me here. And we're pretty close. We're over what I had at the end of last year, which prompted me doing all these videos. So I wanted to take a moment here to not only thank everyone out there who has subscribed, hung around, commented, came in, gave positive feedback, given me your feedback in general. I appreciate all of it, and I do appreciate all of you guys who come and hang out and watch these dailies. Again, these aren't the most entertaining thing in the world. That's not necessarily why I did this. I sure as hell didn't expect to get up to over 100 subscribers at this point. Even as that number has fluctuated, I never expected that. But I wanted to remind everyone why I did this journey, so we know going forward what my plan is. And even though that's the end of this year's journey, that doesn't mean next year we don't have a new journey. I will be doing different content for Monster Super League. It might not be daily content, doing the dailies as this, but we'll have to cross that road here in the next couple weeks as we get there. I do need to take the next couple weeks off, record the video that I want Smart Study to see, because everything's going to hinge kind of off of what I get tonight. And this is not including kind of I'm not going to call them pity eggs, but all my pity 5-star eggs, because that's what really prompted this. And please don't think that what I'm about to say is me being entitled. I am not entitled at all. This is a mobile game at the end of the day. This is a gacha system. And while I don't agree with the business model, and I never have with any of this stuff, I still know what I'm doing. I still know that this is the culture I'm in with this. But I still love Monster Super League. I still love this game. I love the idea that it has put forward, and it is still one of the best free-to-play games out there, by far. No one could argue that point to me. But my goal here is to hopefully have Smart Study listen for once, and actually maybe have a conversation with not just me, but some of the bigger content creators too. Maybe then we can drive a conversation, and we can start changing little things in the game to make this just a better experience overall for the player base. Because as I said, why I started doing this journey in the first place was I had saved up, I had hatched all my eggs last year, and I had started saving up for about 6 months straight. And saving up, I was like, all right, yeah, I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to be able to hatch this stuff. And to me, as a casual, filthy casual in this game, having over 500 plus eggs to hatch was a lot for me. Again, you guys know we're going to have just over that number here tonight when we go do that. But I was expecting to actually get some 5 stars out of that, to actually build up some 5 stars. And I didn't get one. I didn't get a single one. And again, I know there are some people out there are going to just, raise their hands and be like, that's the dice, Leon. That's what it is. But the one thing why I have a problem with that, and I've talked Monster Super League, I've talked this game up all year long about this, and I still stand by it, but Monster Super League rewards your time investment. I mean, just look at Super Evolutions, right? Regardless of whether you look at some of them as being viable or not, the Super Evolutions are fun, they're cool. If anyone, to take a parallel, if everyone has played Pokemon, we had Mega Evolutions, right? It was such a letdown that, it only Mega evolves during the fight, and then it goes back to being the regular Pokemon. It doesn't stay that form. It doesn't go around, right? Look at what Super Evolution does, right? And for me, my favorite Astromon in the game, it took her, especially her design and everything, and just made her better. And that's a permanent addition. She doesn't fluctuate. That was really cool. So in that instance, super evolving, farming for Super Evolution materials in those tutorial videos I just put, right? That rewards your time. That is something the game gives you for free, and it rewards your time for it, right? And it can make those Astromon just to be that much better. Go look at my video that I have pinned on my channel, right? I talked to you about the importance of Watermona. Watermona finally getting that Super Evolution put her in another category to just solidify, and I said it in that video and I will say it here, Watermona can and has carried Monster Super League on her back as far as helping players actually breach into that mid game. For those of you out there, for like I said, who were like, I'm looking for a free-to-play choice, that Astromon did it, you know? And again, people have varying opinions on that, but I was just going over old footage, and I found footage of me using my Mona going through and getting through the early game on my original account when I came back to play Monster Super League. So, again, this game has this aspect that they reward your time, but reeling that in, because I don't want to have a 30-minute conversation about this at the moment, I did not feel like my time was rewarded. I had spent over 6 months playing the game, farming up materials, running dungeons, doing all that. The gold you see on screen, you know, that 195 million gold. To other older players, that might not be a drop in the hat to them, but for me, you know, that keeps me playing the game because I can just do whatever I want with that gold. I can level gems up to show you guys, or I can ascend stuff, etc., right? All of that was made in that time period of farming every single day and saving up everything every single day. And to go into my summon here on screen and hatch those eggs and get nothing for my time, that needs to change. And that's the conversation I want to drive towards Smart Study, who has the game now fully in their hands to develop. And they've done great things, especially over this year. They do things other developers do well, that don't do actually, excuse me. They do things well that other developers and other companies just don't care and just want to just take your money. So at the end of the day, I'm curious to see now at the end of this journey what I'm going to have this year to show for my time. And this time it's the entire year, that we're not talking a 6-month period. We have been on here for 363 videos. I missed 2 somewhere in there. We're not gonna have a Leon Dumb. Maybe I need that as an emote for myself, or a Leon Facepalm for my emote on Twitch. But I'm missing 2 days somehow. But I still think that's a pretty good track record. But all things said, we're at 7 minutes. If you keep watching up to this point, again, I wanted to say thank you. And let's jump right into these dailies, shall we? So, let's get the final ones done. I think we've already sent that out to you guys. Grab all of this. Grab this. We've got some dragon sigils for the weekend coming up. And let's go in here. Do have Vitra going out. So 8 hours, so when the dailies roll over, we're going to still be good here. And like I said, I need to slime. I will be sliming, before we get on to stream later on tonight. I am only 6 Astromon away from finishing the Capture Festival, so that will be done as well before we get out there. And let us go get through all these guys. Kira, who we were just using for this. There we go. And yeah, like I said, I am very grateful for everyone that has hung out and stuck around as we have gone through this. 3 there. Let's go check over here. We are. Again, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like every other zone gets their Super Evolution material faster than the Glacial Plains. We got 2 hours on this one, and that'll be the final one we can craft, and then I'll have to get out to the Mirage Ruins and craft those. We are good. We have the last bingo for me for the day, so we'll actually get a 5-star egg for that. So we'll get out there for that as we go. Jump on in here. On that team. So once again, it is one of those things with it that I really, and it reminds me of early on. Excuse me here. Oh, all right. Sorry. It just reminds me of one of the things they posted on Facebook. Like they did it twice. I'd have to go back on their post, but they posted this stuff. Well, here were some of the questions that players had on there, and you read this list, and you're like, I don't think any of our players asked those questions. I think you guys just asked those questions and thought it would be nice to post it, because there are certain things in the game, like, why don't we have a search bar for our Astro Guide? Why don't you actually rotate in a different, like, there were just better questions than the two times that they posted that stuff. And again, it's one of those things you could argue to me, like, it's the thought that counts, Leon, and you're right, it is. They at least did address things that, you know, are in Monster Super League. I just don't think they were pertinent stuff that all of us care to like what we care about in the game. There are things for balance issues. One of my hot topics over the past month, and I said this in that video. Again, it's your game. You don't have to communicate with us. That's your prerogative. But the whole PvP debacle with the Bastion set and Siphon not just suddenly not working in there. And the reason why I have a problem with that is, well, you shouldn't have touched anything with that. None of the things that you said that they claimed that they changed, and they were like, well, we don't know how things are interacting with other stuff, and it's like, well, the thing you said you changed shouldn't have interacted with that at all. So you did something else that you're not telling us, which, again, look what happened, right? They messed with something that they didn't tell with us. It backfired gloriously in their face, and we got compensated for it, right? We all got all gems, we got some tickets, we got all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm saying is, like, if you were more transparent about that too, you wouldn't have to necessarily backtrack on anything. You would actually you wouldn't have to backtrack, and then you wouldn't have to throw out all this compensation for pissing off. And in PvP, a lot more people do PvP in this game than what I do Super Evolution materials. But I digress off that here real quick. I told you guys on here this is a trick, so I said I was waiting. You could get your weekly quest before Sunday's reset. So remember, you have 3 entrances into the gold dungeon. So one thing that you can come in here and do to get that weekly quest done in a day, because you're like, man, I can't do the gold dungeon, right? Or I went in there. So if you just come in here on the gold dungeon, we'll turn off auto here, right? So you come in here and you just give up. You still have another attempt for the day to come in here. That counts as going into the gold dungeon once. And as you know, the weekly quest requires you to go in there twice. So here we go again. We're going to go in here for the second one, and you will get your weekly gold one done in one go. That's a little trick that I did not myself know about until I came across another YouTuber who is on here that put out a tips video. He did really well with it. And I was like, I didn't know that totally makes sense for how everything else in Monster Super League is that you can cheese. And again, to go back to what I was talking about, a lot of the limitation too is going to come off this game engine. I don't know the game engine. It seems like they created a game engine from scratch, which kudos to them. They made something where they don't have to pay out another company, for royalties, and that might be something that again, if the people over there who are making this game actually respond or care to even have a conversation with some of us about this, that's one thing I know might come up, is like, well, the game engine is pretty old, and trying to do, and they've said this before, they're trying to do everything that the players want versus the bug fixes they need to do versus the new content they want to put into the game. And I get that. I 100% get that. I'm not sitting here again bashing them just to bash them. I realize how Monster Super League, where it sits at, especially in the current market for other mobile games, but at the same time, it's like, if I had to be real, I mean, it is time for change in this game. Again, I've been doing the same thing for this game for 4 years straight. Yes, we've had some minor changes to it, but it's, I don't think, and again, I'm not talking like a just total rework of everything, but it is definitely time for something, for this game to do something different. And I'll put this out there right now. You know, you guys want to hire me over there at Smart Study? I am willing to work for you and be a community manager, especially for your North American audience. I'm being dead serious here, because we could use somebody who's changing your Rebirth Astromon every month, who is bringing back old Astromon for capture festivals, right? You know, if you want to talk, my channels are always open to communicate with me, so we can get some things done for this community. That again, I'm not saying you haven't done a good job, but seeing the same Astromon in Rebirth festivals 3 or 4 times over a year, when we have over, what is it, like, we're at like 450, almost 500 different Astromon, and out of that you could cut it in half that are capture festivals or ones you get out of the gacha machine. We need some kind of a change like that. So anyway, let's look at this PvP team. I picked this one just because. So I think I want to stun you. Okay, I mean, we just want to attack you. We got the resistance there. And I mean, I'm just going to pile the damage on. We're going to see what happens. I mean, not a whole lot happened there, so we can probably take out Bast. Yeah, it might take all of these guys, though. I still want to stun you. Well, you resisted, so... Did we get petrified? Well, Persephone got petrified, but that's fine. Yuki's got her ability up. We lost our... we lost that there. And Light Yuki coming out. It's gonna hurt. She got shocked, but... We've got both of these guys up, so... And we got the resistance. So again, I'm 100% testing out my Light Saren here. Like, look at the damage. Go back and watch my video if you hadn't. It's the final part for my gemming advice video. Have changed nothing on, I guess I'm covering her up maybe. Hold on, let me look. I mean, I am covering her up, but so I could just point up, I guess. So I've changed nothing off my Light Saren, and she just did amazing. Like, you saw her barely taking any damage here. Getting her shield up now is just good. She's actually performing really good for the PvP stuff as compared to my Hanahime. The only difference again in this space, and again I talked about it in that video, and I'll kind of cap it off here, but 100% it matters what you're using the Astromon for. So my Light Hanahime being in the leader slot helps me, even though we don't see it, which is hilarious. It does make them resist less, therefore technically I'm shocking more, I'm putting defense down more, etc., etc. So there is that to consider here. So why not? Let's poke a bear here. This one's an interesting team. We'll do one more here, and I will call the last daily here good to go. Super Evolve, or Ultimate Evolved Wood Arthur. Let's just go here. Got resisted. I'm gonna just try and take you out. I mean, it could have been worse, but Victoria was gonna die to that. That was just what was gonna happen. Saren's gonna heal, and we're gonna have Persephone knock off almost take out Gilgamesh, so we're gonna knock him out. Gilgamesh is always a threat. And he got through her shield, but that doesn't frighten me when I've got my hardest hitter out there still. So that is kind of interesting how he didn't bust that shield. But as you can see, again, here's a perfect example of why I run Recovery Astromon here. Victoria, again, might get replaced with Water Persephone in this team if I get the trinkets. If we get lucky tonight and I get my trinkets for Water Persephone, you guys are going to see her in PvP when I bust out Champions League. Because I've had fun with those videos too, and I know those are a little bit more entertaining because, once again, I see my analytics. I know what you guys watch and what you look at a little bit more, but Tower of Chaos is actually up and running as well. Well, maybe we'll start the stream off while we let people get in there. We'll start off going through the Tower of Chaos tonight as well. Vitra is definitely out, so get out there and get Vitra going. Dimensional Rift is something else I do want to get into. Like I said, I have some plans of things that I want to go through. As you guys see, I haven't even bothered going lower in golems here. I probably have the teams for that, but once again, I'm a casual, and I make no, I don't shy away from telling you guys that. So there's just a lot of things in Monster Super League I haven't done, but I have enough knowledge with the game. I have enough experience in the things that I have small gripes about. I really do. And so at the end of the day, whether Smart Study listens and maybe responds to the community, because that's what I want. I want a response technically to the community, because I know a lot of the stuff I'm going to point out in my video is a lot of gripes people already have with the game. So anyway, dailies are done, and as you can see here, this is what I talked about with your weekly. You literally go into the gold dungeon once and just fail it, walk out. Newer players, you'll probably have to do it the 3 times to get it done, just to get your 3,000 gold there. And if you guys didn't know, especially my newer players, that 3,000 gold is 100 gems, right? That's literally a conversion rate right there. That's how you get 100 gems for free every day, basically. Now, you're capped because of the sliming rate, but you still see what I mean. It's a comparison to your gold income. But regardless, running in there 2 times gets that done. And as you can see, we've got just a couple more of these left. I can knock these out literally. Going to be on Saturday, when the monthly rolls over here at the end of the night. So with that said, I've done enough talking into this camera and talking your ears off. Again, watching all the way up into the end. I appreciate all of you guys. I really do. Like I said, this is the end of this journey. We're going to see what we get tonight here on my Twitch channel. I'll have a link for that down below, so you guys can hopefully go over there and follow that and know when I go live on there. I will do a video on here that I am going live on Twitch to start the summoning. So look forward to that. I look forward to seeing some of you guys tonight, and Happy New Year for those of you who are on the other side of the earth. If not, Happy New Year's Eve for everyone else on my side of the globe too. And yeah, I will definitely see you guys later. Thanks for watching.